YouTube, I have a plan. It's kind of a hilarious plan. Torco showed up and they're giving away product to a bunch of the drivers, but the drivers don't know it's for them necessary. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm gonna take a case of oil from these guys that they get anyways for being on the trip, because Torco's being a cool sponsor today. And instead of me telling you about how they're the greatest brand ever, which I'm not a scientist, I don't know, I'm just gonna tell you they support these guys, and I'm gonna use this to ride my way into a car. So I made a video with this car already. Kurt, can I trade you oil for a ride along in your car?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Torco, of course.
Do you even know what it is? Anyways, this isn't like a real ad or anything. I'm just bribing him with oil. He gets an oil change. Oh God, I'm so bad at this. And I get to ride in this. So what is it? Tell us again.
It's a 72 Chevelle on a tube frame chassis. Basically a road course car. 355 Chevy Jericho with a quick change.
What kind of engine?
Chevy small block.
If I clickbait this and say this is a NASCAR, is that accurate or completely inaccurate?
It's a stock car, road course stock car.
Okay,
NASCAR it's never been in the NASCAR series.
Okay, so it's not a NASCAR, everybody. Okay, so I have another video that did a ton of views, and I thought it'd be really cute to do this again. So this thing looks like a tube frame all over the place, but it has factory frame rails, has a cool V8 in it. It looks so cool. And I just really want to go for a ride. And he said I could drive it too, but we'll see. It has a steering quickener. I have to be really careful not to burn myself on this thing, because the whole thing is so Mad Max style.
It is.
Again, if you want to see everything about it, go look at that other video. But I want to know what it's like to drive a car with a steering quickener, because I've never done that. This thing does that have factory angle, or did you like cut the knuckles?
No, I haven't cut the knuckles yet.
Okay, so it's factory angle?
Fairly good angle, yeah.
What other points about this car as a drift car should the audience know? Because you're talking to the audience.
It runs really flat. You know, it's a good, stable, really dependable, and it's a lot lighter than people think.
What does running flat mean?
Well, it doesn't have any sway to it. It's a good, it's a good stable car. There's no body roll or anything like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
It has sound deadening. That's so funny. How many NASCAR or circle track car or whatever road course cars have that? All right, I'll show you a little bit more around it. In the back. Has a license plate, which I'm pretty sure it's not actually illegal. I'm gonna grab my helmet and let's get in here. Do I stand on this? Dukes of Hazzard style. If I could have slid across the hood, I would, but I wouldn't end up well in this. You're old lifter, but you're Dukes of Hazzard.
Almost like Aaron's never been in one before.
Yeah, look at this. This is hilarious. So this is weird. My feet go right here like this. It's because the engines move so far back, right?
Yep.
But your feet go way farther in.
180-degree headers run across there. They used to run down your seat.
Oh, the headers?
Yeah, so
you
I had to move it outside. Yeah, the headers wrap around the back of the motor.
Interesting.
Give a lot of performance.
I've got an AccuSump here. This is definitely not legal in my series to put an AccuSump there. Don't ever do that. A lot of oil inside to burn you when things go bad. I'm gonna put my helmet on.
He wants the tandem, but he's too slow.
What?
He wants the tandem, but he's too slow for him.
Oh. Kurt's saying this car is really fast. This thing is super fast. It's good.
Yeah, and I got Walmart tires on it at the moment.
Oh, he was saying that his good tires were too sticky, so these are the crappy ones?
Yeah. And today the fuel pump started to get bad. I don't know what to do. Only for you.
So he said he ran out of too much fuel.
It's
low on fuel. This is hilarious. All these little details.
This old headliner goes. I haven't taken it.
And you just leave them?
I just left them.
That's so hilarious. So the first thing is this car has a ton more grip than I would think.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is when you were using the steering wheel, you really just kind of like lead it around very gently. There's no catch and release, which is quite a bit different than like a 240SX.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you catch and release?
No, there's no reason to. Because I mean, it'll center itself fine. But I mean, literally, you're turning so minimal that there's no heavy turning at all. That's when you get in it to drive, you're gonna see. You're gonna be like, oh shit, it's a go-kart.
When you drove the SC300 for the last couple weeks, that car has a lot of what do you call it? Rotation, and you catch and release. Do you like that more, or do you like the steering quickener?
Well, I'm used to this, and I do like this because I'm an old guy. My shoulders get wore out, so this is pretty convenient. But the SC was fun to drive too, so it's just a matter of getting out of one again. Hey, when you get in this, you're going to be like, uh-oh.
It's real different.
It's way different.
Cool. And it's all second gear, it looks like.
I was in third, and then I hit fourth.
Oh.
Yeah, but it started cutting out, so I went back to third, So I took off. You can take off in third gear and just nuke the gas.
Oh, I just assumed it was second, because this track is itty-bitty.
Nah, second's really low. You can start in second, jam third, and just leave it there the whole track and just run her.
Okay. Rad.
Yep.
All right, let's look at some details. There is so much work in here to work, or room to work. That is awesome. If it wasn't for the crazy headers, this engine bay would have nothing in it, it would feel like. The headers do take up a lot of space, but they look really cool. Very, very cool. So he was originally gonna drive this on all of Drift Week, but he ended up not. He ended up buying the SC300 from me because it made a lot more sense to not drive this. I think he got excited about driving this at first, and then reality set in that this isn't a whole car. Without title, without anything. So you can't get this titled off the original frame?
Yeah.
Well, you can?
Off the original body, yeah.
Okay.
It just, with DMV and COVID and all the crap right now, you can't even get into a DMV.
Yeah.
So to ask a question, it takes 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And then you're not got all your ducks in a row, so 3 months later you get another appointment. Good joke.
It was the only time probably you could have driven this. Like, it's been so much sunshine.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, you actually could have driven it, which would be hilarious. It's just, I put it like people think it's crazy to drive stuff like this, but I'm like a Jeep. People drive Jeeps all the time without tops and doors. They love it. And then when they get wet, they get wet. You just like car people aren't used to that. Oh, and it just runs normal 93 octane?
I have to run non-ethanol, but yeah, 92.
92? Okay. The tires are like, whatever that is. What size is this? Where's this size? 255 60 15s, and it feels super grippy. And he was trying to run 265 Velinos just a bit ago, and how'd that work?
Horrible.
Horrible?
I wasn't used to
so much grip?
So much grip.
I kind of like want to know what it feels like. You're like, you needed more horsepower.
It was the first time ever driving this car. That's
really?
Yeah.
You might love it after you get used to it.
Yeah, no, I will. And it's going to be incredibly fast.
That's awesome. So what makes the car so fast? I'm curious. It's the weight, the suspension, I don't know. I'm gonna feel, from the passenger seat, everything feels way different than the driver's seat. So I'm kind of curious. We're gonna see. I need to drive it. I'm so excited. Okay, run me through everything. Get the camera in here quickly. Here we go. How does this work?
Okay.
Do you slam it into gear?
You can. Well,
how do you work the dog box? Okay, so there's nothing fancier than that?
No, you can clutch it if you want to be nice with my tranny.
Oh, I'm gonna clutch it.
Oh.
I just meant like, do you just like pull it in or do I jam it in? Because it is a dog box.
You're all good.
Just drive it like a normal car?
Yep. It's gonna be real stiff. You're gonna hate it. But so ignition,
okay.
Fuel pump, fan.
Cool.
Hit the button, it starts right up. Don't pump the gas.
I'll flood it because it's a carburetor.
You'll hear it. If it starts running crappy, then it wasn't just fuel.
And we'll come back.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But yeah, just drive it like you stole it.
You mean borrowed it?
I know where the wheel is, so
is that better?
You can take it back out once you get straight, but that one, push the button. Give it a little gas.
What?
Give it a little gas while it's cranking over.
Oh, that's crazy. The gas pedal's way back.
Is it?
Where's neutral?
Right there. Right there. That's reverse. That might be reverse.
Is that first? Which way do we go, Rob?
Yep, around my trailer.
Oh, I stalled it.
Maybe you're in third.
This thing feels so weird and alien.
Yeah, you got the wheel upside down.
What?
You got your wheel upside down. We can straighten it once you get up there with.
My feet catch the top of the pedals or something.
Yeah. I've had that happen. Slow down.
Very gently. How do we do reverse?
Down and over. Yeah.
You're right, it doesn't have much angle.
Yeah. Give it a second. That's fourth.
That's fourth?
Yeah.
That's third?
Yep. anything with the clutch, try not to slip it too much. Just bring it out when you're using it.
Okay. Where's first again?
Little gas.
Put in first.
You want, there's reverse. Just go second or something or third. Oh, that's fourth. That's fourth. Now get second. Yep. Ripping it up. It's so jerky when you first get in it though.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, so you can just take off in third.
That thing's a handful.
Got the clutch in?
Yeah, clutch is in.
Go ahead and let it out. Now watch your pipe on this side. There you go. Yeah, check it out. 170 degrees.
That's amazing.
It never gets hot.
Also, I wasn't driving very well, so.
Yeah, but I mean, I can get it to hit 200, but never over that.
Yeah.
And that's with straight water.
That was so much fun. That's so different. Like, you can't let go of the steering wheel. You kind of walk it, and it doesn't have as much angle as I kind of thought, because you drive it so well. I thought it had more angle. So I would just be like, dink, dink. It's like, you know, stock, whatever angle.
Right.
The transmission, that is like the most blind shifting ever. Trying to figure out, I had no idea where I was in the transmission whatsoever. The hardest thing about like driving this car, which you can't see, is my toes. I don't know if you can see that, but my toes catch and my shoe drags. Yeah, so like there's not enough room for me to actually clutch kick and like move my thing, and my legs hit this. So I normally like would come over and foot brake, and instead I was doing an e-brake pull every single time I needed a foot brake because I didn't really know what to do. I guess it'd be easier just to chop my toes off than this.
Yeah, I don't have that issue. I do get a little drag on the top. But...
Oh, look at that. That's what's happening right here. My foot gets under there, and you can see all the little dots of like the tops of my shoes where I was doing that. I was just goofy stuff. Like, you're super good in this car, so.
Oh, thank you.
I got to drive this.
Brad, you buying it? Riot.
No, it's his.
He's gonna sell you this one, right?
He had another one. All right. There you go, Mark. Hold that.
This video is brought to you by BC Racing Coilovers, ECU Master USA, Y Plate Imports, Torco Racing Oils and Fuels, and Drift HQ. Without these guys, we would not have Drift Week 3, so thank you so very much for supporting this content. Let's get started.